Good evening, everybody. I'm Michael Decent behind the mic again, along with my co-host Ron. Ron, welcome back again.
Thank you, Mike. Nice to be back. I guess tonight we're going to do a couple of sauces, right? One for pizza and one for spaghetti. Is that right?
Well, I'm going to do one recipe for right now, which is homemade spaghetti sauce.
Oh, okay. Not the pizza tonight?
Not the pizza tonight. That will be tomorrow night.
I know you were a professional chef for like 10 years. Did you do any of these sauces while you were a professional chef?
I didn't make my own. They had it already made for us. So.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm anxious to hear what you did. So let's get on with it. Great.
So here's one of my all-time spaghetti sauces that I do like. First of all, you got to take 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Okay. And then you have to take 1 pound, just a pound, of lean sirloin beef. Right? That's the best to use. You can salt it and add black pepper to it for a little bit more flavor. 1 small yellow, finely chopped up into 1 cup, yellow onion. Okay. And then what I also like to do is use 4 whole cloves of garlic. Okay. You can mince them into 1 tablespoon. 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomato sauce. Okay. I always recommend Hunt's. It's got the best flavor. Yep. 3/4 of a cup of water, or as you need it. 2.5 tablespoons of tomato paste to thicken it up just a little bit. 1/4 of a cup of chopped fresh basil. 3/4 of a tablespoon of dried oregano. And then 1/4 of a cup of finely shredded Parmesan cheese. You know, and that's, you gotta do not make Parmesan cheese. Depends on how many people you have at your table. Okay. Now, for the finale, you can put freshly chopped pepper for your garnish. Of course, that's very optional to a lot of people. Some people don't like it. So that depends on you, the individual.
Sure.
I always like to put it in a nice pot and I stir it around for like 30 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes on a fire. It gives all the ingredients a chance to mix in with each other.
Low temperature fire?
Oh, yes. Low temperature fire. Then I like to take nice, firm, I like to use molars. It seems to taste better. There's spaghetti. I cook my spaghetti until it's al dente. In case you don't know what that means, it's just in between. It's just right. You can't overcook it, and it's not undercooked. I'm not saying that's what you have to do. That's how I like mine.
Right.
Of course, drain the water out and everything after it's cooked. Put her on a plate. Slap your pizza sauce on, and you're ready to rock, jock, and roll. And you'll be swimming in sauce. If you're Italian, you will know that's the best sauce you ever ate. And that has been the spaghetti sauce that I thrive over. All right?
Yeah, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Since we've got time left here, and I think we do, you always talk about pasta Azul, you know?
Absolutely.
And I'd like to hear your recipe for pasta fazool. You want to do that tonight?
Pasta fazool? Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
pasta fazool for you. Yeah, no problem.
Good. I'm listening.
Well, first of all, I like to get a nice big pot, depending on the size of your family. Of course, fill it with some nice, good water. Put it on your stove. Let it get a good boil up and everything. And I always like to add 1 teaspoon. I'm sorry, let me correct myself. 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Okay.
Then I always put in 12 ounces of either sweet Italian sausage or hot Italian sausage. Okay? You can do this. Either way, it will turn out super. Okay? Now, add 1 stalk of celery to it. Make sure they're in diced little pieces.
All right.
1/2 yellow onion. Or again, as I say, to your taste, you can add the entire onion. Okay? An entire small, may I add. Also, after this, you can add 3/4 of a cup of dried elbow macaroni. Sometimes, as I say again, sometimes an entire cupful. Depends on the size of your family. Big eaters, add the whole cup. You ought to see the size of my family.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are you cooking the elbow macaroni separately, or are you just adding dry elbow macaroni to this mix while you're cooking it?
No. You definitely have to cook the noodles first before you do anything else.
Okay, but you just said add dried macaroni, so I just want to make sure. I think it's got to be cooked, right?
You have to cook the elbow macaroni noodles first. Yes, that's a must.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Now, you can cook this al dente or cook it all the way through. That's your preference.
For a minute there, I thought pasta fazool was something crunchy. No. I don't think I've ever had pasta fazool in my life, but
and then
continue.
Then add 1/4 cup of tomato paste. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You can use your favorite brand or cheap stuff, whatever you want to do. The next one, you can add 3 cups of the chicken broth.
Okay.
Or you can do this now as it's needed. Okay?
Really?
Of course, that's up to you and how you like things. How much broth you want to use. I don't recommend no more than 2 to 3 cups. Okay? Depends again what your taste is. Let it sit on the fire until everything is nice and soft and done. Of course, you're going to have to taste it as time goes on. Of course, you might have little youngins there to say, hey, guess what I want to taste? So let them. I always do. So, that's the greatest part of all. And no pasta fazool is complete without having garlics in it. Have about 4 or 5 pods of garlic. Chop them up very well. Throw them in. Let that flavor get in there. Let that flavor get in there. Now, you can cook this at a full boil for about 5 minutes. Then lower it down to about medium heat. And cook this for approximately about 35 minutes. Now remember, as I said before, let me just refresh your memory somewhat, that when you start out with the water, it means about 25% of the pot is filled with water. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then your chicken broth. Of course, that will make up for everything. Nothing like pasta Vazul the second day. Let me tell you that much.
So, Mike,
Yes, sir.
pasta vazul is like sort of like a thick Italian soup. Is that what it is?
No, sir. It's not a thick Italian soup. It's not thick at all. It's very liquidy. Okay? It's not thick at all. So.
Not thick. Okay.
No. Mm-mm. So it's been around. It's been around for ages.
Well, I can't wait to try it out. I'm going to do it. I'm not a big celery fan, but I'll get some and cut it up small and see how that goes.
Like I said, you know, you cook it until it's very al dente.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing you have to bust your teeth over or anything. But with the
That's true.
But with the sausage in it, it gives it a very special flavor. Okay. Now, if you prefer yourself more flavor than that, well then, I would suggest using your own flavoring. And into whatever flavors are already in there. Everybody has their own opinion how they like it.
Right. And for people that are vegetarians out there, they can get the vegetarian meats you put in there, right?
That's true, they can. They can.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually one of the better foods to be on a diet with. Remember, it's all in how much we eat.
Soup is a good thing.
So, yes. With that being said, we're going to wrap it up for tonight.
Thanks for the 2 recipes, Mike.
Hey, not a problem. I'll be on here tomorrow with another one for you. So, until tomorrow night, this is Mikey D saying good night and stay safe. And Ron,
good night.
Good night.
Good night.
God bless.
God bless.